When Eddie Murphy speaks, the world listens. But when he throws shade at Kevin Hart, a man marketed as comedy royalty, it isn't just petty drama, it's a wake-up call. Comedy fans have long debated whether Kevin's rise was pure hustle or carefully constructed. Now with Eddie, Cat Williams, and even Monique casting doubt, the cracks in Kevin Hart's story are starting to show. Let's dig into the story Hollywood never wanted you to question. In a rare moment, Eddie Murphy questioned Kevin Hart's alleged box office record. When asked if Kevin had surpassed his record, Eddie responded with, "What record did he break?" It was more than a joke. He reminded viewers that his concert film Raw remains the highest-grossing stand-up film of all time, and he hasn't performed in nearly 30 years. The message? Kevin may be big, but he isn't the biggest, not where it really counts. Eddie's tone was playful, but the dig was deliberate. Cat Williams didn't mince words. In multiple interviews, he called Kevin an industry plant. According to Cat, Kevin's rise was unnatural. How does someone get a sitcom and a leading movie role within their first year in LA? Cat said he'd never seen it before. Not before Kevin, not since. He didn't just question the timing, he questioned the entire foundation of Kevin's career. To Cat, it wasn't earned, it was arranged. Cat made a bombshell claim. Many of Kevin's roles were first offered to him. From comedy blockbusters to TV gigs, Cat said he turned them down because they demanded stereotypes or scenes he found degrading. He says when he refused, Kevin was offered the parts. That paints a darker picture of Hollywood, one where the biggest stars are the ones most willing to play along, not necessarily the most talented. Resurfaced footage from a 2010 Las Vegas party shows Kevin Hart hosting an event for Diddy. What seems like a wild, carefree night takes on a different tone today. One clip shows a woman's hair catching fire while Kevin and others laugh. Another shows Kevin telling the camera crew not to film a certain area where Diddy was. With federal investigations now examining Diddy's private events, Kevin's close involvement is under the microscope. Was it just a party or something deeper? Kevin hasn't been accused of any crimes, but his presence at events now rumored to involve illicit activity raises eyebrows. He didn't just attend, he hosted. He joked, played along, and shielded certain scenes from the camera. It's not about proving guilt. It's about what he saw, what he laughed at, and what he chose not to address. When you're that close to the center of controversy, silence starts to look like complicity. Kevin's image as a clean-cut family man has taken hits. A DUI in 2013 nearly ended in tragedy. In 2017, cheating allegations surfaced, caught on tape no less. And in 2018, resurfaced tweets and stand-up jokes sparked outrage from the LGBTQ+ community. Each time, Kevin delayed his response. He apologized only after public pressure reached a boiling point. These aren't isolated events. They're a pattern of risky choices followed by PR cleanup. What stands out is how Kevin handles crisis. His team doesn't act until damage is done. Whether it's cheating, offensive jokes, or uncomfortable footage, his first move is often silence or denial. Then, after the internet explodes, comes the apology tour. That isn't transparency, it's calculated damage control. And it makes people wonder, how much of Kevin's brand is real, and how much is image management? Cat Williams didn't stop at calling Kevin a plant. He said Kevin became the very thing he once claimed to resist, a gatekeeper. He brought up Tiffany Haddish, claiming Kevin helped her skip the line too. According to Cat, talent isn't what opens doors in Hollywood, it's loyalty. Loyalty to the system, loyalty to the people already in power, and that's how you stay in the game. Monique once called Kevin family. He promised to help her reboot her talk show and even offered to executive produce it. But after a few calls and big promises, Kevin ghosted her. No callback, no follow-through. Some believe he backed out to protect his own career from backlash by Oprah or Tyler Perry, who Monique has openly clashed with. It wasn't just a letdown, it was betrayal. Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, and others have all spoken about black comedians being pressured to wear dresses for laughs. Kevin once said he'd never do it, then he did it on SNL. To some, it was just a sketch. To others, it symbolized a deeper willingness to play the industry's game. Where Chappelle drew the line, Kevin crossed it, willingly. The internet loves conspiracy theories, but some hit close to home. Fans began to speculate. Did Kevin trade authenticity for success? His close ties to Oprah, Tyler Perry, and even Diddy raised questions. And when he suddenly went silent on helping Monique, some believed it wasn't miscommunication. It was self-preservation. Helping her meant risking everything. Eddie Murphy questioning Kevin was a seismic shift. Not because of what he said, but who said it. It gave other comedians, fans, and even critics the green light to start digging. And the more they dig, the more they find inconsistencies. In a game built on perception, losing Eddie's respect isn't just a PR problem, it's a legitimacy crisis. Kevin Hart built his brand by playing it safe, family-friendly, non-political, and always agreeable. That strategy made him massively marketable, but it also made him a target. Critics argue that in trying to appeal to everyone, Kevin ended up standing for nothing. When controversy hits, a safe image doesn't offer protection. It raises suspicion. While Kevin's onstage persona is lighthearted and relatable, insiders describe him as deeply strategic, even ruthless. Former collaborators have quietly distanced themselves. Some allege broken promises, others hint at ego clashes. The cheerful comedian may hide a cutthroat businessman, and that duality is now under the spotlight. With so many conflicting versions of Kevin Hart, the loyal friend, the Hollywood climber, the family man, the brand protector, audiences are left wondering, who is the real Kevin? The narrative has shifted from celebration to investigation, and in an industry obsessed with image, peeling back the layers could reveal more than anyone expected. There's growing suspicion that Kevin Hart didn't just benefit from Hollywood's power brokers, he became one. With deep ties to figures like Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey, some wonder whether Kevin's support for new talent is strategic rather than genuine. Is he paying forward his success, or handpicking protégés who play the same game? From film studios to social media, Kevin Hart has been marketed as America's comedian. But who created that image, and why? Massive partnerships, brand deals, and collaborations didn't happen by chance. PR firms and networks have carefully crafted his persona to make him controversy-proof. But when the script breaks, the brand feels hollow. Kevin Hart once held near universal appeal, but online a shift is happening. Fans are asking harder questions, digging up old interviews, and calling out inconsistencies. What used to be laughed off as harmless ambition now feels like manipulation. And as more people speak out, Kevin's untouchable status may be slipping. Kevin Hart has built an empire that few comedians can rival. But fame doesn't shield you forever. When voices like Eddie Murphy, Cat Williams, and Monique start pulling back the curtain, it forces fans to ask tougher questions. Was Kevin's rise a result of talent, timing, or something more manipulated? With every resurfaced clip, unanswered question, and broken promise, the glossy exterior fades a little more. And now, more than ever, Kevin Hart's legacy isn't just being watched, it's being judged.